Chapter 6. Pay down credit cards. The average American with a credit file is responsible for $16,635 in debt, barring mortgages, presuming that the annual percentage rate for interest on that deficit equals 10% and you're paying $200 a month. Assuming you don't score any more debt, you won't be in the clear for 12 years. The great news, you are able to dig out sooner if you stand by some easy guidelines. Dig out. If you've run up a lot of charge debt, begin paying off the one with the highest rate of interest first. Mathematically, this will save you the most interest. But if you've several small charge card balances, then you might feel like you're making more progress by paying them off individually first. Begin keeping really close track of your spending. A number of little comforts in your budget might have to be eliminated in order to make ends meet. Restaurants, cinemas, and other expensive entertainment may be substituted with libraries, galleries, and outdoor exercise. Papers, magazines, subscriptions, and cable TV are likewise good candidates for budget cuts. One expenditure that might be worthwhile, however, is a personal finance program that trails your debts, assets, and cash flow on a day-by-day basis, so that you recognize precisely where you stand at all times. Whatever you do, do not miss a payment. Late payments may truly hurt your credit score and thus make it even more grueling for you to secure more positive financing. This may affect your insurance rates likewise. Making the lower limit payment by the deadline of your credit card is much brighter than making a larger payment a couple of days late. A second source of income may make a huge difference to debtors. If you are able to earn just $500 a month extra, that's $6,000 a year that you are able to apply toward debt reduction. Another thought is reducing the amount of tax you've withheld from your paycheck. Having no tax deducted may be advantageous in some cases. Naturally, you'll have to pay the tax with interest and penalty at the end of the year, but these rates are typically much lower than standard charge card rates. Don't hesitate to get help if you require it. Talk terms with creditors and see if you are able to work out a satisfactory settlement. Credit and financial counseling services may be invaluable resources and might be able to point you to options or tips that you'd never discover otherwise. They may likewise begin you on a debt management or consolidation program to help lower your rates. Lastly, if all else fails, see if you are able to get debt consolidation loan from a family member. You're able to offer to pay them a rate that's much lower than your charge card interest, but much higher than what they get in a checking or savings account. Chapter 7. Build a portfolio. As you break the excess spending habit and fall into the savings habit, you're ready to take on the next step, building investments, retirement savings, and real property equity. Sound unachievable? Investments. Some steps to think about. Meet with a financial consultant or certified financial planner to view all of this important part of your budgeting. Acquire a solid plan and stick with it. All too frequently, we've become complacent when the market is doing well and cowardly when the market isn't doing so well. What sets the successful individuals apart is containing those emotions. How come it matters? Development. Personally as well as financially. You've got to go from a spendthrift to a budgeter to a saver, and a saver to an investor. Ascertain what items or issues you're saving for. These may be retirement, a new house, your youngster's education, or anything else you choose. Ascertain when you want to retire, buy a house, or send your youngsters to college to help you decide what percentage return you need to earn on your initial investment. Determine how much money to invest. Invest what you are able to comfortably afford now, keeping in mind that you are able to change that amount later. Ascertain how much risk you're willing to take. Many investments bring forth high returns and are riskier than others. When you decide the amount you're willing to invest, the returns you want to accomplish, when you need the money, and how much risk you're willing to bear, assemble your investment portfolio. An investment counselor or stockbroker is a great source of advice. Tell these advisors your objectives and ask them to propose how to allocate your income. Reassess your portfolio at least yearly and study each investment.